Okay, so now we're going to practice graphing hyperbolas, and we're going to start with one centered at the origin. Okay, so I look at the equation that they give me, and I know, okay, because the y squared is first, it's going to be an up and down one like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I realize that a is 8, so it's the square root of that, and my b is 6. That allows me to graph the vertices, okay, and the co-vertices. So my vertices are going to be, I'm going to have one at 8, 0, 8, so like up here, that's going to be 1. I think my graph paper is too big. Let me make it a little smaller so I can fit it on there. And then the other vertex is going to be there, okay? So my vertices are at 0, -8, and 0, 8. Okay. The co-vertices, those are going to be going the other way, so they're going to be at 6 and -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And -6. Okay, so those are going to be the co-vertices. They're going to be at -6, 0, and 6, 0. Okay, and then I'm going to draw that central rectangle. It's a big one. This allows me to draw the asymptotes. Remember to go through the origin, or the center if it were centered someplace else. Okay, so that gives me the basic. Now, when you do this on the exam, I expect to see the box and the asymptotes drawn in, okay? All right. Then the graph is just going to, we just draw as best we can. We're going toward the asymptote. We shouldn't cross the asymptotes. And it's not going to be perfect. Don't worry about that. Okay? So those are the branches and a basic graph like of what they look like. Kind of a sketch. Okay, we have the vertices and the co-vertices. We don't have the foci. To find the foci, we're going to have to figure out what C is, right? Okay, so now we need to pull out that equation. Where can I pull that out? C squared equals A squared plus B squared. But we know what A squared is. A squared was 64, right? From up there. And we know what B squared is. B squared is 36. So C squared equals 100, where C equals plus or minus 10. Okay, now remember that the foci have to be, like here's going to be 1 and here's going to be 1. One at positive 10 and one at negative 10. They have to be in the middle of the hyperbola branch that you're drawing. So the branch surrounds the focus. Okay, so my focus are at, or my foci I should say, my foci are at 0, -10, and 0, 10. And then the other thing I have to do are the asymptotes. So you might want to go back and look at the equations for the asymptotes. But they're going to be y equals plus or minus a over bx. So in our case, a was 8 and b was 6, but that's going to simplify as a fraction. So, and I don't care, you can use the plus or minus, or you can write them separate if you want. I didn't use the plus or minus up here when I was doing the ordered pairs, but you could. They do in the book. I just like to see them separate. Okay, so we did everything. We graphed it, and we labeled the vertices, the co-vertices, the foci, and the asymptotes. Okay.